Don't wanna live, I wanna fly so high that I can leave it all. Welcome to the NHK, home every day.
Dramatic title, I know. Who am I to make such a bold statement, especially towards a community of two-dimensional pixels? Well, the answer is no one. I'm just another loser giving his opinion on the internet. And ever so dramatic the title may be, I wouldn't have stated it if I didn't believe there was some truth to it. First off, happy Men's Mental Health Month and happy Pride Month to all men across the spectrum. Straight men, gay men, white men, cis men, and the ever so lovely trans men, along with my fellow black men. Hope you guys are doing okay. Take care of yourself. Also, if you're one of those men who abuses these occasions as a gotcha against another group, or disrespectfully bring up male abuse under a post of a woman talking about her abuse, then you're a piece of shit. Cause you actually don't care about men, you just care about being petty. Speaking of pieces of shit, I despise women who pretend to advocate for men by bringing down other women or downplaying their hardships, because suffering isn't a competition and you're not helping the problem.
I need to make something super clear that nobody's gonna tell you today. Men don't block people. They just don't. So if you've been blocked by a man, that means that you are so insufferable, so...
Next time she calls your purple-headed yogurt slinger tiny, remind her, say, baby, even a school bus looks small next to the Grand Canyon.
He needed you, and you fucking left him. When he needed you the most, you ran. When he needed you...
This is her content, by the way. Also, you know their avocation is 2 scoops of bullshit, cause every time you go into their bio, it's always a link to their OnlyFans. And this is not to disrespect sex workers. I respect the hustle. I am merely criticizing their methods of marketing, because that's what it is at the end of the day, a marketing strategy. Controversy is free advertisement, division brings attention, and if you can convince the lowest rabbit, shout out to Pippa and Shuri, that there is someone in their corner willing to fight for them, they'll empty their pockets in the drop of a hat. That is how the fox hunts. And I like to call this genre of women fake cheerleaders, shout out to OMI, when I need their motivation. My one solution is my queen, cause she stays strong, absolute banger. And VTubing is no stranger to fake cheerleaders. Have you seen reaction VTubers? Hell, the running joke in Lucy's fanbase is the I hate women jokes.
It's so easy, just do it. I'm a woman!
Yes, I know they're meant to be playful jabs, but I just want an excuse to mention this thing. But what makes these grifters different from someone like Rev, a guy who ERPs with femboys, which there isn't anything wrong with, I just don't like the guy, or any other non-political VTuber, is the fact that it isn't a grift, it's a marketing strategy. Whenever I see a female VTuber make a Men's Day post, I view it the same way I view corporate pride tweets, made with $ and brownie points, because it's just another form of virtue signaling. At least in my opinion, because I am a very cynical and flawed individual, but I don't believe for a single second that this bitch has a single authentic bone in her body, and her advocacy for men is about as flat and hollow as the avatar she controls. All you have to do is look at their content and ask yourself, am I being pandered to? How are they constantly holding the same opinion that matches perfectly with my worldview? And why do they all have similar takes on shoe on head? That's a serious question, by the way. Why are VTubers attracted to shoe? Like it or not, VTubing is a business and content creation is a job. And it's a content creator's job to know their audience and pander to them for maximum profit. Welcome to capitalism. And it's that particular fact is why I hold the opinions I do in this video. Fake cheerleaders and Twitter freaks are 2 sides of the same coin. Both pretend to care about disadvantaged groups for social or monetary gain, both put down their own groups to uplift another, and both of their morals aren't determined by the size of their hearts, but by the size of their ego and bank account. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy certain issues are being acknowledged, but I hate how shallow and toxic social media and capitalism made the conversation around it. It's either people trying to sell you the illusion of compassion or directly contributing to the problem. If these fake cheerleaders actually cared about us, they'd actually use this month to try to be a guiding voice for the men in their communities, acknowledging the nuances and complexities that social roles given to us oversimplify, how a lot of men and women's struggles are linked by cause and effect that are magnified by our human flaws, and not contributing to the problem by fanning the flames of division. This girl did it. She did it perfectly. I like this channel. Alright, this last part is specifically for the men. If you don't fall into that category, you can stay, because you can also learn something from this. So is Men's Mental Health Month. The big M. Now what? What are you gonna do? The same shit you always did, just with that happy Men's Month at the end of it? You know, I just like my Men's Days video because I hate how I approach the topic. But I still stand by the core message of that video, which is, what are you doing specifically to help men? Feeling sorry for yourself? That's not good enough. Just gonna bitch about how crappy your life is? I didn't know we were the black community. When was the last time you called your homie? A male family member? When was the last time you both just sat down and talked to each other about life? Sending a friendly DMs? Like, what is our yearly tradition? What purpose will our actions serve for this month? I'll tell you. Have the rest of this month be a month of compassion for your fellow men and fellow women. Actually, no, be a month of compassion for your fellow humans. Because no one is coming to save us and no one is coming to save you. Our path is determined by how we treat the people next to us. Yes, women can suck. Yes, men can suck. People can suck, because we are flawed human beings, but we are flawed beings with the ability to make the conscious decision to be better. Gay pride has done a lot for men's health because it challenged our perception of masculinity and what it means to be a man. Masculinity isn't about the battles you've won, the women you meet, or the size of your body. It's about the ability to be unapologetically yourself, live your life on your own terms, and have compassion for your fellow human beings. You're allowed to be flawed. Everyone is. But it doesn't mean you have to let it define you. And those traits aren't just exclusive to men. Women can have them too. Hell, non-binary people can have them too. Because when you put aside our biological differences, at our core, we are complex human beings. And yes, those differences can piss us off. Hell, you might want to throw someone out the window, but that does nothing except create more problems. You're allowed to hate. You're allowed to love. You're allowed to be angry and express that, but just don't let it define you. But that's just my perspective. Bye.